Good day, everyone. My name's Debbie. Nice to meet you if you're here for the first time. I realized from my other videos that I don't ever introduce myself, but my name is Debbie and you'd probably also see it in my description box. How's everyone doing? How's your week been? I hope you've been good. We're in a new month and I'm so grateful. I have so much to be grateful for. But let's go right into the video. Today's topic is dealing with rejection and tips to know how to deal with rejection and how to overcome them. Wow, rejection, that word, when I hear it, and it's just like, I can just feel the blows. And just when I look back at even past memories, I just remember that feeling of rejection. Do you know what? I mean, the only thing we want ever in this life is just to feel like we belong and that we're connected to something. I always say, and I'm a firm believer, that you can't go through this earth without communing with someone, or fellowshipping with someone, or connecting with someone, or relating with someone. If you try to do that, I don't think you would survive. So we need each other. We need each other because we all have different strengths and weaknesses, and we just want to be loved. We want to give out love and we want to feel loved, and it's all about striking that balance. So when rejection comes in, it's like a blow. It's like boom, 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 boom. And I mean, rejection comes in, it shows its ugly face in different ways. You can feel rejected at work, you can be rejected from an interview, you can be rejected from a relationship, you can be rejected from a friendship, your ideas can be rejected. Rejection comes in many ways, but my focus in this video in particular will be around relationships, rejection with relationships. But I'm sure this can still relate or help you with rejection in other areas of your life. So I hope it blesses you. Rejection, like feeling denied, being refused, when someone withdraws their affection from you, when someone ends a relationship or a friendship goes left, that is feelings of rejection, when you've been denied or dismissed, especially when you don't know why or how, or like what went wrong. Say what? What happened? This was going smoothly. This wasn't how it was supposed to end. This was not how I planned it out. This was not the plan. And so, I mean, I think rejection comes as a shock, especially when you didn't see it coming. I think that's when it's more painful, when you didn't see it coming or you just never expected it. That's when it's like really painful. But the first tip that I would give you is to first, when it happens, validate your feelings. Validate your feelings for yourself. No one can do it for you because you are experiencing the rejection at that time. Allow yourself to feel angry, to feel sad, to feel upset, to feel hurt. Allow yourself to feel that way, because the truth of the matter is rejection hurts. It's painful. It's really painful. And I can say that confidently because I've faced rejection at different phases in my life. I've felt rejection, and it hurts to the point of tears, hurts to the point of talking down to yourself, questioning the things you've said, questioning your behavior, it makes you question everything that you've done. And so validate that it hurts, because it really does. It hurts like a sore thumb. It hurts like a paper cut. It hurts. It's an emotional hurt that you probably can't see physically, but because you can't see it, allow yourself to feel it and accept that what you're feeling is the truth. This hurts and I don't like that it hurts, and validate it. But with that, once you do validate those feelings, the next tip is not to water the negative thoughts. So if that thought comes in that you're not a good friend, you're not a good partner, you're not a good colleague, you don't have good ideas, you weren't good enough for the job, whatever the rejection has come from, do not allow yourself to water those thoughts. Begin to protect and guard that self-talk. So you need to start affirming positive talk. You need to start affirming words of life. Words have energy, words have power. And so once you've validated those feelings, don't stay there. Then start to speak how you want to feel. Start to speak about your self-worth. Start to speak about your self-value and who you are. And if you want more tips on how you can do that, about your self-esteem, definitely watch my last video, because I go into more detail in that video. So validate how you feel and make a choice to make affirmations. Know who you are. And so the third tip is to get to know yourself. If the rejections has come at a point where you don't know who you are and it's everyone else that's told you who you are, then yes, you will keep feeling rejected. But the third tip is to know who you are, know what you can offer, and know your value. So that when rejection comes, you know that, okay, it wasn't for them, they didn't receive it, and that's fine. Know your value and know your self-worth for yourself. Because even the people that may congratulate you may also be, you know, the next day, may be the people that pull you down. So you can't focus on what people have to say about you. You really can't. You really can't focus on what people say about you, especially if there's any young people watching my video, especially in that teenage time when you're making friends. Maybe you've gone into secondary school, you want to know what cliques to fit into. The last thing you want to do is not be yourself, because how long can you act like something else? It's not that you can't act like someone else for long. It doesn't last. Eventually your true colors will come in. And then when people then see who you really are, they may feel like, oh, I didn't know this was who you are and I don't really like it. I like who you were pretending to be. But you can't live life pretending. How long are you going to do that for? How many years are you going to do that for? So the best thing you want to do is know yourself and be yourself, and allow people to love you for who you are than love you for not what you are. Let people hate you for who you are. Let people hate you for who you are than love you for what you're not. Please, let people love you for being yourself. And then my fourth tip would be for you to learn the lessons from their experience. People always say that experience is the best teacher. I mean, it's not always, but evaluated experience is definitely the best teacher. When you can look back and ask good questions, ask healthy questions about what that situation was and how you can learn from it so that it doesn't repeat itself in the same way. Now, rejection will always come, so I'm not saying that it will never come. So you want to prepare yourself for the fact that rejection may come again at some point. So prepare yourself for that and evaluate the experience, learn from it. Don't ask questions about putting yourself down. You don't have to ask questions about, oh, why am I such a bad friend, or why am I such a bad person, why am I such a bad colleague, why am my ideas boring, why am I always refused? Not those kind of questions, but questions like, okay, what could I have done better, or what was my part, you know, in playing this? How did I contribute to this? What was my contribution to this situation, and how could I have handled it better? Questions like that. That would really help you to improve yourself and even develop yourself as a person in terms of how you grow into the best version of you. And another tip would be to know that time heals. That's my best one. Time heals. Time for some people is not a good thing because we feel like we don't have enough time in the day. The 24 hours go by so quickly. But time is definitely a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful gift that we've been given. Time heals. Allow yourself to know that you will get over this eventually. A few years from now, you look back and think like, oh gosh, I was in a really bad way. I was in a really bad state, but I got through it. Time heals. And so, while you allow that time to heal, in the meantime, distract yourself in healthy ways. Do some physical activity. Start looking into the things that you used to do, your hobbies. Start doing things that you enjoy. Use that time to do some self-care. Hobbies, learn something new, read something new, distract yourself and keep yourself busy. Don't allow yourself to be alone all the time. Definitely focus on those that love you and you love them. So focus on the love that's, you know, reciprocated in your life. Focus on loved ones, spending time with loved ones, and distract yourself in a healthy way, because eventually you will come out of that state. That feeling of rejection won't be there for long. Well, it may be there for a while, but it won't be there forever. That's what I'm trying to say. That feeling of rejection won't be there forever. So allow time to heal the situation and get busy. Get busy, do something that you enjoy and that you love. So I've mentioned quite a few tips there. So validate your feelings because it hurts, right? Accept, oh no, I missed one. You have to accept that this happens to everyone. The feeling of rejection happens to everyone. It's not something that you can avoid or escape. You can't escape it. So be prepared for it to happen. It happens to the best of us. And the sooner you accept it, when it comes, you can then be like, aha, that was what I was warned about. You know, it's not about going into situations with negative glasses. Definitely keep on the positive glasses. But know that it happens to the best of people. Even as a kingdom citizen, as a follower of Christ, as a disciple of Christ, we know that even Christ was rejected. He was hated, even by his very own. It says that he came into the world for his own, and his own didn't even receive him. So also don't be surprised if it's people the closest to you that reject you, whether that be family, by blood, family, by relationship, friends, spouses, people that you work with. Don't be surprised if it happens to people that you even know, that you didn't expect it from. Don't be surprised because it happens to the best of people. But try to see the light out of it. And know that being rejected doesn't necessarily mean that you've done something wrong. That's another tip. Don't necessarily equate it to the facts that you're wrong and they're right, or they're wrong, you're right. It may not be the case. In this life, right, we go through many phases, and in each phase of our life, there's some things that we work with, some things that we don't. Some people, you know, at a certain point, we have different, what's the word? We see life differently. You know, anything can happen really, but it's not necessarily that someone was wrong and someone was right. So you don't have to put yourself in a situation where you are even judging or condemning yourself, but accept that it happens. And so that is some tips about how we deal with rejection. I thought I had 5, but it seems that I've added more. So by the time you see this video, you'll see a good amount of tips about how you deal with rejection. You're amazing and you have so much to offer. And so while you're learning about yourself, learning something new, continue to pour value into others, continue to help someone else, continue to encourage someone else. Just know that you're needed and you're valued, and you are a piece out of the big puzzle. So thank you all for watching. I look forward to your comments. If you have any other tips as well about dealing with rejection, please put it in the comments. I would love to see it. Thank you for your support. I know your feedback. I know your well wishes. I see them all and I appreciate you all. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.